Hello there, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Linda. Nice to meet you. My channel is about teaching English online, lifestyle, beauty, wellness, and self-improvement. If those are things that interest you, make sure to consider subscribing for more videos. Today, I want to talk about some hobbies that you can think about adopting in 2021. Right now, we're still stuck at home. So what are some things that we can do? We can take up some new hobbies, and that's what I want to share with you today. Alright, the very first one that you can try adopting in 2021 is starting a small indoor garden. So you may not have the green thumb, you may not like growing things, but there are many kits out there which are very simple to follow. I just saw one at Best Buy, and all you have to do is buy the kit, you set it up, and then put some water in, and it just grows on its own. It has lights that come with it, it has seeds, very simple. I think it was called Click and Grow, and there are actually a lot of options for these kinds of kits. But it's something you can do, and if your plants start growing, then you can just pick fresh herbs, fresh veggies from there and just cook it for dinner. I mean, isn't that great? There are also some other ways you can do it. You can have small potted plants around, and then you can try growing flowers maybe if you don't want to grow veggies. It adds to the aesthetic value of your home, right? Some flowers or some plants in the corner, which make the environment more lively and more fresh. And I think these are really popular right now. I think a lot of people are going for that. You can just do it in the comfort of your own home. And of course, if you have a large yard, you can take your indoor garden outdoors and start planting outdoors as well. So I think that's a great thing to consider. Try it out. If you do end up starting an indoor garden, let me know how it goes. Okay, the second one, second hobby that you can consider adopting is photography. That might not be for everybody, but I don't think there's any harm in trying. You can always start with your iPhone, right? A lot of the smartphones have a great camera, so you don't need to go for the expensive gear. And take some photos around the house, try out portrait modes, take pictures of your pets, of people, and see how you like it. And then if you do, maybe you'll end up investing in a camera, more professional camera, and then you can just go from there. You don't have to go far. This activity can be done at home, or it can be done in the surroundings. You can go outside and maybe take outdoor photos. I think it's a good hobby to consider. Of course, there are a ton of YouTube videos and a lot of resources on the internet that you can take a look at to see if you want to learn more about it or if it's something that may interest you. So that's another hobby you can consider. Alright, the next thing you can try, and I have to throw this in, you can try starting a YouTube channel. It is never too late to start a YouTube channel. You may think that there's so much competition, there's so many channels out there, nobody's ever going to be able to find your channel if you just start. But you shouldn't think in that perspective. A YouTube channel can be many things. You don't actually have to do it for the purpose of monetization. You can do it just as a hobby. Maybe you like to film and edit. Maybe you want to share your ideas to the world. Maybe you just want to meet people. There are a variety of reasons that you can start a YouTube channel for. If you're afraid to show your face, you can do YouTube channels that do not show your face. I was actually a little nervous too at first. I didn't want to show my face. So if you'll notice some of my videos, the earlier videos on my channel, I did it without showing my face. But later on, as I got more and more comfortable with the camera and with the whole filming process, I just began to show my face. And right now it's a lot better than when I first started. At least I'm not as nervous, and I can go and talk about the things that I want to talk about and share with everyone. So I think it's great. You also learn a lot of new things starting a YouTube channel. You can learn about lighting, you can learn about editing programs, you can learn taking photography. There's so many things that you can learn starting a YouTube channel. So there's definitely no harm in starting one. And the best thing about it, I think, is that you can tailor the channel to whatever you want. You can do photography if you're a big photography fan. If you play the piano, then do it on piano. If you sing, do it on singing. You can do it on whatever you want. So if you're good at something, then make your channel about that. If you're passionate about something, make your channel about that. And it's all about creativity and being able to express yourself through the channel. So I think it's a great idea, something that you can really try. Alright, the next one, along the same lines, a little bit to do with social media, is blogging. In some of my previous videos, I would have mentioned that writing is a great way to express your thoughts and to get rid of things in your head that may be just hanging around in there. So blogging is a great way of expressing yourself, writing things down that you are passionate about, sharing knowledge. And if you're good at it, and if you get a good audience, then of course you can make money off a blog. It usually doesn't cost anything to start up a blog. You can easily sign up with a number of free blog providers and just start writing away. And before you know it, you may just get an audience. Okay, the next one, pick something new to learn. I think this is really important, and because we have so much time at home right now, I think it's a great opportunity to pick up a new skill or additional knowledge. So concentrate on something. If you always wanted to learn a new language, then this is the perfect time to do it. If you're interested in learning a new instrument, that is something else you can do, and that can eventually become a hobby that you like to do in your spare time. You can perhaps buy a keyboard, learn how to play the keyboard. There are a lot of different things that you can learn, and there's also a lot of websites out there that offer the online courses to help you with learning these new skills. I think that would be a great idea. If you're interested in something to do with your hands, you can maybe do woodworking. You can do, floral arrangements. There are a lot of opportunities and a lot of choices to learn something new from the internet, from YouTube. It's just something more productive you can do, and eventually that new thing that you learn can become your hobby. Okay, the next one, I think a lot of people shy away from this, and I think I'm guilty of that too, is doing a bit of financial planning. So I don't know if it kind of counts as a hobby, but I think for some people it could be. Some people who really like to, follow the markets, invest in stocks, plan for retirement and really look at their finances. It is something that you can really do, especially now. We can do a lot of budgeting and make sure we're not spending too much, making sure we're saving enough money for, a large purchase that we're foreseeing in the near future. A lot of things you can do with the financial planning. If you don't know about retirement tools, for example, then maybe, read up on it. And then eventually when you know more and more, this may become your hobby. You may want to just start looking at stocks, maybe start investing, make some money on the side. So I think this is a very productive and important hobby that you can spend a bit of time on. Next one, I don't know if this would be something that people are open to, but you can consider opening an online store. So definitely, if you are good at something, if you are good at crafts, for example, maybe you knit and you can knit sweaters and gloves and scarves and really nice products that you can sell, consider creating an online store. So definitely, if you are really good at something or you have something that you can sell, you can look into this. I mean, we're spending so much time here. I mean, I don't want to come out of quarantine and have people ask me, hey, how did you do during the lockdown? And I'll tell them, oh, well, I watched 100 hours of Netflix and I gained 20 pounds. I don't want to say that to people, right? When all this is over, I want to be able to say, well, I was very productive. Even though I was stuck at home, I learned a new language. I set up a side gig. I have a new YouTube channel. Like, that sounds so nice. And it doesn't feel like you wasted the time. Even though we're at home, there are a ton of things you can do to spend the time. And adopting one of these hobbies is one of the ways that you can use your time. Okay, the very last one. I think this one is a little different. Go green. So what I mean by go green is look around your home and look at the things that you can start going green on. So environmentally conscious about. So maybe you want to change all the lights in your house and make sure that they are light-saving bulbs. LEDs. Make sure that you're not wasting energy. Maybe you want to start using cleaners that are non-toxic. So maybe use vinegar or baking soda to clean your sink instead of using toxic chemicals. That's one way. Or maybe look around your kitchen and look, oh, I have a bunch of straws here that I really shouldn't be using anymore. I have a lot of reusable containers. Maybe I can do something with that. So going green, I think this is very I think this is a great idea, especially right now. I know it's so hard to be environmentally conscious with, you know, all the takeout containers and everything else. But you can still look around your home and see if there are things that you can do to maybe clean it up a little, declutter a little bit, and make sure that you're being a little more environmentally conscious with everything in your house. Maybe you can start a compost pile in your garden. Maybe you can start collecting rainwater. You know, it's little things around the house that you can do to be more environmentally conscious. So for example, I have these mesh produce bags that I do have a video on, but I use them all the time now to do my grocery shopping. For one, I don't have to have a pile of plastic bags lying around, and I'm also not touching too many things in public by using my own produce bags. So maybe that's something you want to consider. So those are all the ideas I have for you now. They are, some of them are really different. Some of them are, you know, you probably maybe already tried, maybe not. So I think these hobbies are things that you can definitely try out. There's no harm in trying them out. If you try to stick with it for a week and you find out after that week, you know, I hate doing this, I don't like it, then, you know, move on to the next item and try that. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you found useful information in this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you like my videos, please consider subscribing. It would really support my channel, and it really encourages me to keep churning out these new videos for you. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.